After 23 gripping episodes, Squid Game has reached its haunting end in Season 3. Gi-hun's journey is over. Or is it? Because while we just witnessed what seemed like the final game, one chilling truth lingers. It might not be over. The games could be happening all over the world. This season held nothing back. Faith, betrayal, sacrifice, greed, and the darkest depths of human nature. But it also gave us a glimmer of hope, and one of the most powerful endings in recent memory. Today, we're diving deep into the finale of Squid Game Season 3. The characters, the deaths, the meanings, and that final message to us all. And hey, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss these deep dives and emotional breakdowns. Trust me, the ride only gets crazier from here. Let's talk about the ending, because it wasn't just the conclusion of a character. It was the culmination of a belief. Gi-hun was offered a knife the night before the final game, a chance to kill every remaining player in their sleep, sparing only himself and a newborn baby, player 222. That would mean no game could go on. Total win. That's exactly how In-ho once won. Years ago, he cheated the system, slaughtered the rest in the dark. But now, Gi-hun was tested. Would he sink to that level? He didn't. He chose to play. And that decision alone proved he was not like the others. In a game built to break souls, he held on to his. Now, let's not forget Player 100, the walking embodiment of selfish survival. Over and over, he put himself before others. Even at the very end, he was still looking for someone else to sacrifice. But nothing hit harder than Myung-ji, willing to kill his own baby for a bigger cut of the prize money. That wasn't just heartbreaking, it was monstrous. That final battle between Gi-hun and Myung-gi wasn't about money anymore. It was about humanity. And just as Gi-hun tried to pull him back from the edge, Myung-ji fell to his death. The button hadn't even been pressed. The game hadn't begun. Yet even then, Gi-hun still tried to save him. And then came the moment. Gi-hun, standing on the edge of the platform, facing the front man, the VIPs, and us through the camera. A direct message. He looked right at us and said, "We are not horses. We are humans. Humans are..." Before finishing the sentence, he stepped off. He gave up his life to protect the baby. His promise to Junhee held true. He chose innocence over greed, life over power. And just like that, the man who entered the games to survive died to make sure someone else could truly live. And someone was watching. Kang No-yul, ready to end her own life, as her file burned on the floor, a symbol of her giving up, his sacrifice rekindled something, hope. She saw that maybe the world wasn't just evil. Meanwhile, the Coast Guard was closing in. Thanks to John Hoare making it to the mainland, help was on the way. The baby became the winner of the game. In-ho picked her up, and the entire island evacuated before destruction. Now let's talk aftermath. Jun-ho was stripped of his badge, punished for going rogue, but In-ho left him the baby and the money, everything. Woo-seok? He left prison and took over the infamous Pink Motel, planning to transform it into something better. A symbol of new beginnings. But Gi-hun's money? Gone from the motel? Why? Because In-ho gave it to Gi-hun's daughter in the US. A card, a message, maybe even a goodbye. Yet here's the tragedy. Gi-hun went through all this for his daughter. But when she saw the card, her response was cold. "I stopped waiting for him a long time ago." Heartbreaking, because it showed money can't buy time or forgiveness. Kang No-yul took a flight to China, chasing a rumor that her daughter might be there. A glimmer of hope, like what player 246 finally found with his child. And then, the twist that sent chills. In-ho, driving through LA, spots a recruiter playing Dougie with strangers on the street. The games have gone global. Was In-ho going to stop it or join it again? The woman recognized him, and the screen cut to black. This wasn't just a story about survival games. It was about what makes us human. The power we give to greed, the value we place on life, the cruelty we're capable of, and the light we sometimes forget we still carry. Now let's talk about the most devastating deaths of the season, because this time they hit harder than ever before. In episode 2, during the hide-and-seek challenge, Hyunju gave everything to protect Gyeongju and Jong-hee. She even found the escape route. But instead of taking it, she stayed to save the others, and was murdered by Myung-ji. She had freedom in her hands, but chose sacrifice. Gyeongju's death was another gut punch. She killed her own son to save Junhee. the same son she once prayed for, vowed to walk through fire for, but he had become a monster, and after killing him, the guilt destroyed her. She ended her life. Junhee's death came during the jump rope game, an injured ankle, no way to finish. So she told Gi-hun, just make sure the baby lives. With tears streaming down her face, she let go. Min-soo, haunted by the ghost of Semi, tormented by visions of Thanos and Namgyu, mistook a vision for salvation and fell to his death. His mind had already died long before his body did. And finally, Gi-hun, the soul of the series, the man who never cheated, never gave in to greed, and stayed true to his values until the very end. His death wasn't just symbolic, it was essential. It meant something. It proved that even in a world consumed by darkness, one person can still choose light. And here's the thing, I loved that they chose to end the show here. They could have dragged it out, made spin-offs, exploited the popularity, but they didn't. They closed the curtain with meaning, depth, and respect for the story. That's rare. Season 3 brought back the emotional depth that Season 2 lacked. The games, hide and seek, jump rope, and the Sky Squid finale were brutal, creative, and deeply symbolic. Each one forced players to face not just danger, but themselves. And the performances, absolutely phenomenal. Every actor delivered with raw intensity. It felt real. It felt earned. But if I'm being honest, Season 1 is still the gold standard. There was just something electric about it. But Season 3, it's the perfect ending. That final scene left a mark, didn't it? Whether it left you shocked, emotional, or just needing a moment to breathe. Those last moments said more than words ever could. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and join the community. We've got more amazing stories coming your way. See you in the next one.